Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are talking about something very important. We are talking about under eye setting powders. And the reason it's so important is because if you do not choose the right under eye setting powder, you can end up looking older with more lines and wrinkles and, caking under your eyes, and it's just not a good look. So it is very important that you choose your under eye setting powder wisely. And I am here today to help you guys out because I have 5 under eye setting powders that I love. They are amazing under my eyes. I've tested out so many different powders under my eyes, and these are by far the best. There's no caking, there's no creasing. They're flawless all day. They keep your concealer looking flawless. Just everything that I look for, and I am extremely picky, everything I look for in an under eye setting powder to keep everything perfected under the eye all day long, these have it. I'm here today to share with you my 5 top favorite under eye setting powders. Let's get started. Let's talk about this one first. This one I mentioned on my channel a long time ago. I can't even remember when. It was probably a couple years ago. This is an all clean brand. This is Well People, and this is called the Bio Brightener Invisible Powder. It's in the shade Universal Glow. This powder is awesome, you guys. I did my original video on this. I think I compared it to, actually I know I did like a dupe video, and I compared this powder to the old La Mer powder. It was like the original La Mer powder, the one that came in that huge container. I mean, that was like a cult classic powder, that La Mer one. It just, gave your skin a glow. It looked hydrated and not dry. And then I discovered this. This is, again, clean. There is nothing in here that is bad for your skin, that is going to inflame or harm your skin. And this powder does the same thing. It gives your skin that more hydrated, lightly illuminated look where it's not, too over the top, but it does not look dry all day. The powder is so soft and just so finely milled. I mean, honestly, sticking my finger in this right here, it's like nothing. You feel like you're touching air. It is so light, and it just comes off as like a translucent powder, but it sets your concealer beautifully all day. And again, it does not look dry. So if you have more dry under eyes to begin with, which as you get older, our under eyes, the skin under our eyes does tend to get drier. You do not want anything under your eye that is gonna really accentuate that dryness or make it look drier. So you definitely wanna be, cautious of the powders you put under your eye. And I can tell you this one is fabulous because it is so finely milled and so lightweight, and then it does give just that little bit of illuminating look to the under eye, which is just beautiful. Moving on to the next must-have powder here. This is the Charlotte Tilbury, the Magic Powder, the under eye and face powder. This is another super lightweight powder. Again, it does not cake up. It does not look dry. This one also gives that slight glow to the under eye. And this one comes out in kind of like a light pink color, which I really like as well. It's very brightening to the under eye, and it looks like that. So you can see what it looks like. But again, it blends out so seamlessly under the eye. It keeps your concealer in place, and it never looks too heavy under the eye. Nothing, cakey or creasing, nothing. But you can really see how it does give that slight, again, kind of glow to the under eye. It's key. I'm telling you guys, when you get older, you really need to keep that under eye looking hydrated. So you want a powder that is not gonna dry out and just look matte and flat and ugh. But this one has definitely been a go-to of mine for a while now, and I use the number 1 fair shade because I'm just remembering now there is more shades to this. I use the number 1 shade because again, it's brightening. It has that light pink tone to it, which is just very brightening and just natural on my toned skin. So I love this one. All right, you guys have heard me talk about this one a lot recently because this was just released not too long ago. This is the new Pat McGrath. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. And I actually have this in 2 of the shades. I have it in the first, like the fair shade, I think it's like the number 1. And then this one is the second one in medium. And I love them both. This one is very blurring. So I actually take this down the T-zone sometimes. It blurs pores, everything. But again, for the under eye, it just really perfects and just really kind of like minimizes and blurs little lines and wrinkles around the eye. And I love it. It is so smooth. Again, super lightweight under the eye. Everything that I reach for is very lightweight. I don't like heavy powders or too thick of powders. Everyone loves the Laura Mercier powder, like the setting powder by Laura Mercier, and I don't like that powder at all. I feel like I'm the only one that doesn't like it, but I feel like the Laura Mercier powder is like heavy and like a little bit thick. I don't know. I don't like that powder. So all the ones that I'm talking about are just very, very lightweight. Yet this one blurs, this one perfects. Again, no caking, no creasing, anything like that. This is the medium shade. And the medium looks like this, and the fair shade is just basically like a translucent. So just depending on what you like. Again, I use the medium under the eyes, and then I also take it down the T-zone as well, which is why I got the medium, because I can kind of put it on other parts of my face to kind of blur out pores and all that. Okay, let's talk a little Dermablend right here. You guys know I love the Dermablend products. Some of their makeup products are just so phenomenal. Dermablend is like a dermatologist makeup brand. It's meant to cover, you know, a lot of skin issues. There's not a lot of ingredients in a lot of their products, and they're just better for your skin ingredients. This is the Dermablend Illuminating Banana Powder. And this, I think, was just released not too long ago, because they actually sent this to me when they first came out with this. And I honestly am not the biggest fan of anything like banana powder color under my eyes. I just feel like I always look jaundiced if it's like too yellow under my eyes. I have more of like a neutral undertone, where I have more like of a pinky peach undertone. So if something's too yellow under my eyes, it just does not go. So when they sent this to me, I was like, oh, it's gonna be like a banana powder, but it's super, super light yellow. And it has the most beautiful, like illuminated, glowy look that just looks so amazing under your eyes. And the reason that people like the yellow tone under their eyes is because it kind of cancels out dark tones under your eyes. So if you are prone to darkness under the eyes, yellow cancels that out. This is like the perfect tone though. It's not too yellow. It is so lightweight. Again, I'm touching this and it feels like a cloud. Like it feels like nothing. But you will see on my hand, it is not too yellow, and it gives just the perfect glow, which I can tell you looks so beautiful under the eye. It gives that, you know, hydrated, glowy look. It keeps your concealer in place and just really, really brightens the under eye. So if you do have darkness under your eye, this will kind of conceal and just really brighten it. Last but not least, this is one of my favorite brands. This is the Lawless brand, which is a clean makeup brand by Lawless, which I love her. I love the ingredients she puts into her products. This is the Seal the Deal, the loose setting powder. This is the Brightening Translucent. And the Brightening Translucent powder is so beautiful under the eyes. And again, even all over your face, down the T-zone, anywhere you just kind of want to brighten up a little bit, it's beautiful. This one is like, kind of like a beigey tone. I want to say beige with like maybe a slight pink undertone. It is very, very smooth on the skin, and under the eyes, I mean, you honestly don't even detect any powder under your eyes. The color of the Brightening one looks like this. She does have a completely translucent shade as well, which I have, but I prefer the Brightening. The Brightening is just like the perfect tone. She nailed it with the brightening effect under the eye. And again, clean ingredients. You got nothing to worry about putting this on your under eyes or your skin, and you don't have to feel guilty about putting a lot of crap on your skin. It's amazing. So she did amazing. This powder is one of my absolute go-tos. It's actually what I have on my T-zone and under my eyes today. I have the Dermablend concealer, which I will link down below. I have the Dermablend concealer on, which is my favorite, and then this Lawless powder on today. I switch up my under eye powders all the time. I kind of rotate through all 5 of these, but today I have the Lawless one on, and it's flawless. All right, so those are my 5 must-have, tried and true favorite under eye setting powders. Again, if you have more mature skin, these are going to be your best friends. Now, I do want to just quickly throw in how I use my under eye setting powders. What I do is I take a damp beauty blender, and when I'm applying my concealer, this is what I use. So I apply my concealer with a damp sponge like this, and then what I do is take my powder on that same damp beauty blender and get a little powder on, and then I actually just press it, you know, kind of lightly. I don't really like cake it on or anything, just very, you know, light coating of powder, but I do use the same damp sponge, and it just keeps everything perfect. I used to use like a brush to apply powder. Don't like a brush. I feel like a damp sponge, just lightly into your powder and then lightly dab it, you know, under the eyes. It just perfects everything so well and all day long. So that's just what I do with my under eye setting powders, and it works for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, these are my absolute favorites. I try so many powders. These work. I can definitely promise you that. I will link them all down below for you in the description box so you can open up there for more info. I love you all, guys. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you get notified of all my future videos coming. Don't want to miss any. And that's it for today. I will see you in my next one. Bye.